And it says we are starting our broadcast. So good morning, ladies. How are you today?
Morning.
Good morning. It's a good day here.
It's a good day. That's good. So I want to introduce you guys. You know, you don't always see our faces. I'm Peg. Hello. I've got Laura here and I've got Shell here. So I just want to say hello to everyone that's joining us out there in YouTube land.
I'm wondering if Barb's alarm went off.
I don't know. She said she was setting it. And I know Vicky said she was going to go get a cup of coffee. So I figure they'll be showing up eventually.
Good.
So, and a lot of times it takes a little while for the comments to start coming in here too, Laura. So
Okay.
we'll see them eventually.
Yeah.
There's a little lag time. Yeah, there's Marie. Hi, Marie.
Hi, Marie.
So it'll start kicking in here. Here comes somebody else coming in. So we'll see them as they join us.
Peggy.
Yeah, there's Peggy Bradford. Good morning, Peggy.
I wondered
So it's our art chat thing for Art Joy is Sharing. You know, Shell and I started Art Joy is Sharing. How many years has it been, Shell?
I think it's 2 years.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
So we wanted a community where we could share different types of art. You know, we'd been doing Pick a Stick for about 5 years, and we wanted to do more than that. Hi, Kim Daniel. So
Hi, Kim was as a Canadian. She doesn't live in Canada anymore, but she is Canadian.
Cool. We got Nancy's here. Hello, hello.
And Peggy.
So we're getting people to join in. So anyway, you know, we're just talking about when we started up some of this stuff and when we met. Do you remember when we met, Laura?
I started looking at YouTube videos. I don't know, it was probably 4 or 5 years now. And I think I found Shell first. And the paper piecing and the you know, the collaging that Shell does. I was fascinated by that. Although every time I tried to do it, it was a disaster. So I quickly learned it probably wasn't my thing, but I loved watching her stuff. And from there I found you, Peg. I think from comments, because at one point that's kind of how I was linking people. Somebody, you would comment, I would say, oh, I see Peg comments on Shell's stuff a lot, so I went and saw what you were doing. So I that's how I kind of found my way around YouTube. So yeah.
Welcome,
Cool.
Nashua. Welcome, Jane. I don't think we said hi to Peggy Bradford. Hi. I'm so surprised that it's not Thursday and people are still here. I thought they would be like,
great.
Sunday, what?
Yeah.
So yeah, you were saying about Shell and her collaging. I love what Shell does with paper and piecing and
I need to do
all of
some
her collaging.
People keep asking me for classes.
So where is your comfort zone, or what do you like to do the most, Laura?
Honestly, I think I am. I collage a lot. I just do it in a far more abstract way, which I know Shell likes as well.
Yes.
And I do, and I paint. Honestly, I paint more than probably I do anything else. But it's a mixed media paint. So I've collaged and then painted over, and you know, that kind of thing. These days I've been also working on some blackout poetry, which I really, really enjoy. I'm surprised at how much fun I'm having with that.
I saw the piece that you did. Was it yesterday? Because you had been gel printing and you had that lovely background, and then you had done the blackout work on that, and I think that is so cool. I haven't begun that.
Me neither.
But it's something to keep in the back of my mind.
It's not for everybody, but I used to write poetry years ago. Well, many years ago. But I haven't done that for a long time. And but I saw this blackout poetry. It came up on my Pinterest feed, So I was looking at that, and I thought, I'm just going to try it. So.
Hey, we've got Vicky in the house. Texas is here.
Hi, Texas.
And there's Carla. Good morning.
And Carla too.
Yeah. So, yeah, I saw some of those abstracts that you were doing, and I think you've got a real thing. You've got a thing for abstract. I think, yeah, I like your abstracts.
Thank you. Thank you.
Go abstract.
Yeah. And
well, and we'll be looking for those in August, because we do abstract August. So
absolutely, I did about 20 abstracts, but I didn't post a flipping thing.
Oh,
in August. You know what? It was just that. It's been such a weird year.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find any energy to do that extra step. And also, I want to thank you for the IFTTT app, Peg, that connects
sure.
things. So if I post it in Instagram, it posts on my Facebook feed. If I do a video, it posts it on my Laura's art feed. So
great.
Really,
I'm glad it's working for you.
Yeah, that's going to be a godsend for somebody like me who doesn't want to be bothered doing the next step. I mean, let's.
There's the whole I want to make art thing, and then there's this whole technology thing. We were having a few technology issues this morning, and it's like, I just. The technology was not always my strong suit, but I did want to share, and I did want to have an art community. So you got to learn, right?
You would never know it wasn't, Peg, because I think, I use Apple and you use the other system, so we don't always have the right information. But it seems to me you help a lot of people with that stuff. So.
Oh, well, thank you. I try.
Yeah. Peg will
do the knowledge I have. I'm willing to share. Shell helps me too. Shell is pretty techie.
Are you, Shell?
I mean, I understand it, but I also get, just like everyone, frustrated with why does there have to always be a new one?
Yes.
Like, I'm happy with this thing I had, but now it's out of date, and now I got to go get another one, and I got to start learning that. And then I'm like, Peg, I don't want to. And then she's like, well, I'll do it. So then she goes and learns it, and then she tells me, and then
yeah, I really get that, because I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, word 5, that was a great program. Why did you go with it? It was fine. I got it.
I know. I think back, and it's like, when did we get a graphical user interface? That saved my life. So, yeah.
I used to love that program, Publisher, because I was doing a lot of desktop publishing and making flyers and different things. Why don't they have Publisher?
Yes.
I didn't get it.
Yeah. Like Barb Clark is saying, she uses InDesign, and she she won't give up her old computer because she doesn't want to lose InDesign.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Nell. Good morning. And I don't know if Becky heard me. Good morning, Becky. So glad you guys are coming in and joining us today. And see, we've got all three of us here today. So something that I've been working on is doing more daily work and more practice stuff. You may have seen me kind of cranking it out this month, or trying to anyway. It's been a tough year, and it's I know it's hard for everybody to get motivated and do things. Do you have some kind of practice that gets you? What kind of habits do you have?
I off and on, I've had daily practice. For a long time, I had a daily drawing practice where I would get up in the morning and sit with my coffee and draw something, anything, off of Pinterest or Upsplash or, out my window, whatever was there. I drew something every morning. And then for a while, I did watercolor every morning. It was kind of an extension of the drawing. And then this year, that's kind of fallen off. Yeah, this year. And that's one of the things about this class with Robin. She is saying, 15.
Wait. Tell them who you're talking about.
Robin McLennan.
Mm-hmm.
McClendon. That name is a little unusual.
Yeah.
And she does fabulous jelly printing. If you watch on YouTube, Robin, Robyn McClendon, and she offers a class, and her point is to have a daily practice. Theoretically 15 minutes, but I've never been able to. 15 minutes would be fine for drawing for me, but for doing the collage, I've never gotten out of the room for an hour. Which, hey, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying. And
especially if you're dragging out a jelly plate or something,
Yeah. And I'm using the little one. She has her great big one, but I don't have the space for that. I tease Vicky because she calls herself Messy Table Studio, but when we take photographs of desks, I always win the messiest desk. Always.
Only because I don't participate. If you saw the disaster in here, I mean, you can only see this much, right? You can't see the floor or the table. Oh my gosh.
Well, you had a little help this week, Shell. I'm telling you.
Things exploded.
Yeah. So Shell, what about you? What's the take on practice or habits, or what do you think?
I want to develop a daily practice. This is my headspace, right? Instead of saying, what do I want to make today, or what fun art activity, I have developed into, what do I need to make for my channel? And when you get into that headspace, it gets a little bit more difficult, right? You guys all know this, what do I need to make for my channel? And so that has caused a resistance, particularly in this last year where everything is so difficult. Everything is just even being happy is difficult. And I think that if we did have a 15-minute practice and we did go into the studio without any expectation of making a video or anything like that, or even with an expectation of sharing, although we absolutely encourage sharing in our group, we would like you to share it even if you think it sucks, because it probably doesn't. But if we just had no expectation, I think daily practice would be fantastic. I've listened to lots of different podcasts from different artists and watched a few classes and things, and they all do it. Whether it's a journal that they write something and then they draw something. There's this, I'm terrible with names, but there's one artist that I was listening to, I think it was during Wanderlust last year, and she had a journal where she just like drew some lines, and she would write something about the day. She would make a little drawing or some type of little caricature, and she did it with a Sharpie pen. So there was no erasing. There was just, a expression of something, and maybe she would maybe glue something in there if she had like a little something from the coffee shop or whatever that was cute. And she did that every day, and she would do that before anything else. And that was just like, that was like kind of a warm up to doing the art that she was doing as a working artist. So I want to do that. I always want to do that. I'm loving what Peggy's doing. She's showing her daily things in the group and stuff, and I sure wished I was doing that, and maybe Peg will inspire me to do it. Right now, I can't come in the studio.
Well, I think that's one of the reasons that I show my work. I'm not always real happy with the stuff that I have, but it's in a journal, and you guys are always so kind. And I put my stuff up there to help others get over the hurdle and to maybe be braver and to post things. It's not wonderful. I mean, I was looking at
She's frozen.
one I was working on, and as I was corner over here is really.
You're cutting out there.
And
it's not
what's
just
that?
me. Your internet is like kind of causing you to pause, and we miss a few things that you say, and then it comes back on, and we're kind of getting the gist of it, but it's not clear.
Okay. Something happened here. I don't know what, but there was a little glitch. And so what I was saying was, as I was working this page today, okay, and I got done and I was taking the photographs. You know how things always appear different in a photograph than what you're seeing on.
Yes.
And I encourage people to take photos in the middle of their work. I was looking at this corner down here and I was saying, oh, that's sticking out like a sore thumb. So I'm criticizing my own work as I do something like this, but it's a page in a journal. It's not something I'm hanging on the wall. It's not great art. It's a journal page.
I'd like to point out what Nell said in the comments. She said that she put a very sucky tag in the group just so someone might feel better. Now, I didn't see any sucky tags, so it didn't suck. But thank you for sharing something you're not happy with, because that's what we're encouraging. Even if you think it's terrible and you hate it, still share, because every one of us is at a different place in our art journey. Every one of us has a different interest, a different skill set. We're all so very different, but we're all doing the same thing, and we're all trying to support each other doing the same thing. So I appreciate that, Nell. Thank you.
Yeah, and that's that.
Oh, there it goes again.
So many people will ask my opinion on things, and it's like, well, how do you feel about it? Because it isn't my opinion that matters. It's how
Absolutely.
you are feeling and what. Yeah. So I may like something and you might think it stinks.
I think you need a certain level of confidence to be able to say, I don't care what other people think, I don't like it, or vice versa. I don't care what other people think, I like it. And that only comes with
practice,
experience, and a lot of I think to reinforce your point, a lot of feedback. I like this. I like this. This is nice. This about this is nice. I wouldn't recommend anybody be negative, except if you ask for that specifically. from somebody, probably privately, I would think.
But there's
Yeah.
always a way to tell somebody what you think without it really being negative, you know. I want to read this comment here. Vicky's saying that I totally agree, Shell. Filming for the channel has fallen by the wayside because of everything going on this year. And
Yeah.
it happened to a lot of us. It really did.
I think even people who are working artists had to take a pause this year. And so much of art is about how you're feeling and expressing how you're feeling. And if you're putting something out in the world, like you have a YouTube channel, like the three of us, I mean, you don't want to put out solid black pages with no light because you feel like things suck, you know? I try not to do that. So then what do you put out, and do you force it? Should you force it? It's a conversation that could go on a long time.
Yeah.
Well, I think my mood is reflected in my art. I mean, some pages I do are very dark. Some pages are, you know, like flitty flighty butterfly sunshiny yellow, you know, but
those are the ones I like.
I think that's part of my whole style thing, that my mood affects what I do.
The prompt we were working on for this prompt, I'm trying to get that so that there's no glare on it, was the void.
Oh, the void.
But you know what I thought as I was doing it? I thought I had the words to a song that we sing in the Unitarian Church. It's "Let It Be a Dance." Anybody know this one? Let it be a dance we do. Can I have this dance with you? And one of the phrases in it is, "Without the dark, there is no light." So that kind of was going around in my head, and I wrote the words, at least some of the words to that song, around the outside of that jelly print. And for me, I felt like I put it down, but I felt like I learned something and felt better about it. Obviously it's a dark page. Obviously it is. And God knows most of us have stuff to deal with this year. And you two have way more than most, I want to just say, to recognize that the two of you have a lot to deal with. And so it's a, I think there's a way to find that place. I mean, not that I always can, but I'm just saying I managed that this morning.
You did. And, the thing about making, like, if you're a collage artist like me, you need dark. I mean, what are you going to contrast with? So I have no problem with making dark jelly prints. It's just like tackling the dark feelings. And I did put out some art this last year that I felt was too dark because of the feeling behind it. And maybe no one else sees it. Maybe they just, they see on the surface what it is, but they don't see all the layers of meaning behind it. And that's probably good.
Yeah. And I think that's fine. I think that your art can mean something different to you from what everybody else sees.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's true, because even when I put out something that I'm not all that happy with, people are like, "Oh, the colors, and that's why I do it, because it makes me feel better if the sharing of this emotional thing out there, and other people are so supportive. Our group is so supportive. There are no jerks in our group.
No. But going back to what you were saying about the whole contrast thing, somebody in the live show just last week was talking about they were struggling with contrast.
Wow.
And I get that, because I think we all kind of struggle with something like that. And, so one of the daily pages that I was doing this week.
This thing will help you.
Absolutely. I wanted to
Simple things.
emphasize contrast, you
Yeah.
know, because that is so important in your work. You know, if there's something that's happening that just isn't talking to you, you know, sometimes you need that contrast to bring it out.
Yeah.
Shadows and light. I always talk about it. Shadows and light.
Yeah. You know, when I remember you saying that, you know, when I first started watching your video, Shell, and thinking that's one of the things that's wrong with my stuff is I'm not putting that shadow and light in, not putting the shadow in the highlight, even in the abstract stuff.
Yes. Even in the
I hear that all the time. We have to show, we have to have highlight, we have to have shadow, we have to know where the light's coming from.
Got to have that in our life too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But the universal concept that people maybe don't grasp.
Yeah, absolutely. And talking about putting out videos, I did put out a video in the last week or so, but I realized it's the first one. It was more than a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when did you first decide to do videos, Laura?
You know, I wanted to be a part of Gina's design team.
A lot of us have been there.
I had no idea about videos until that, and it was just so, for some reason, it was so important to me that I get on that design team and be a part of that and feel successful in that the artistic sense of it, to be on that team. And I was trying to learn how to do videos, and I asked my husband. I just cried for days and days and days trying to figure it out. And then my granddaughter came. I think she was 8 or 9 at the time, and she said to me, "Oh," I said, "I can't figure this out. Do you know how to do this?" "I don't know, Nana. We'll look at it together." And I said, "It would be nice if you could help me." And she figured out what I was doing wrong, and oh, look, this button. Oh,
out of the mouths of babes.
Yeah,
They know more than we're ever going to know.
I swear, these 4-year-olds can do more than I can do with the computer. So
yeah,
they're born to it, eh?
So
I have only did videos for, I don't know, 2.5 years. I did Gina's stuff and then I let that go, and I just did stuff. I did stuff with you. You asked me to be part of Art Joy sharing and some art and some hops, and then COVID happened.
And we'll be doing that again.
Yeah.
Just the new year, and we'll be doing that again. And if you guys are unfamiliar with Laura, be sure and check the description box below, because there are links to her channel there. We always, put that stuff down there. So check her out. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Click the bell for notification. All that good stuff. We want to support people in the group.
Yeah.
It's such a support when people just click the like. Just that alone is a huge thing. And if they leave a comment, it's even better. And the subscribes, you love to watch those numbers go up. Have no idea who subscribed really, but or who they are, but just thank you. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for thinking you might want to come back and watch something else.
Yeah.
All very, very life affirming things when people do that for your channel. Even if they never come back, at least they liked it at the time. So.
Well, and I think that's kind of what Laura was talking about, when she decided she wanted to be on the design team. We all like that recognition,
yes.
what we're doing is worth something to somebody. And that's, I love all those warm fuzzies when people comment on my videos. So
Mhm.
it's like,
Really,
oh,
that's
yeah,
what
tell
we're
me
doing
more.
it for, because we're not getting paid.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
just the happiness of people appreciating it is the payment that we receive on YouTube.
Well, I do get a lot of payment in kindness, in
Yes.
the fluff, and then the people who do nice things for me. This lovely scarf is from Laura. She sent me this lovely brown scarf.
I wish I could see it better, because your little picture's like that big. And I can't really see it. I think it looks like it has a lot of texture, like a lot of different colors layered in. It's so pretty. Even if it's brown, it's still pretty.
Okay.
So glad you like it.
So starting out is always scary. I understand that. We all were there at some time. I still have trepidations about certain things, but do you have any advice, Laura, for somebody who's just starting out?
Somebody who's just starting out making videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would, although this is really the hardest thing to do, I would just say relax and just be who you are.
Yeah.
Because
Exactly.
I noticed that in my first videos, I'm very cautious and tentative and very soft spoken, and and I listen and I think, who the hell is that? That it's not me. I'm fairly loud and animated and use the occasional more than occasional curse word, and so and I think of myself as having a sense of humor, kind of self-deprecating sense of humor, like Canadians are supposed to have. And and once I relaxed enough in my videos to let that happen, then I'm happier with the video, because I feel like it's me out there.
Yeah.
And people will respond more to who you really are. I've learned that over the 5 years that I've been doing this. I get a lot of comments about my personality, also my voice, which is weird. I don't know. I don't understand that one, but I get a lot of comments about my personality being something that they enjoy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm here to do art. I don't really care about my personality, but okay, thanks.
Yeah. Well, when I discovered Vicky and Messy Table Studios, and I thought, my God, this woman is a hoot.
She's hilarious. She
Yeah,
is.
she's always funny. She's always, and that makes it, you see one of her videos go up and you think, oh, that'll be fun.
Uh-huh.
Even if she's doing, what is that paper thingy you do, Vicky, twirling something, and whatever. Don't want to ever do that, ever, 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 ever. But I want to do it because you're funny, right? Yeah.
So
Peggy Bradford is asking
yeah.
what the best camera is to get. Mine's a Logitech. The one that I film with normally is a
I have a
Logitech
Logitech also.
920 or something like that. I can't read it.
Yeah, and honestly, a lot of them start out using their phone,
I did, actually. Yeah, I used my iPhone.
Yeah.
I
for the
use my
longest time.
iPad. I bought a really big clamp and put it on a tripod. And now I have a really small camera, which you can see here, and it's on just a little one of those little lever things you can pull out and push back.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, you don't have to go crazy and buy a bunch of stuff.
no,
You just get
I
started.
mean, if you have a tablet or an iPad or a phone or any of that, you're in business. I mean, you've got what you need. You don't necessarily have to go out and buy anything. I bought the Logitech way back when because I was doing multiple things. I had the camera on my computer, but I also wanted to get my desktop, and we were doing those Google Hangout things, and people were asking, well, can you show me what you're doing? Well, and I needed multiple cameras.
Yep.
And so that's when I bought the camera. But I think back then they were, I don't know, about $40 or something like that.
I think this Logitech 920, I think is what it's called, was about 60 or 70 on Amazon. But that was only like maybe 2 years ago. Before that, I was in a different, very small room, and I just had my iPhone on this wooden thing that I made perched over my desk, sticking out over my desk, that you would just look down. There was no adjusting it. That's the thing with the iPhone. And so I still film with it when we're doing live streams and I do a secondary show. I film with my little iPhone.
Yeah.
And I have a clamp thing that hangs over the desk. So it's not that learning how to edit and things is more complicated than just, using your phone to do the filming. Nell says that she added her first little video to her channel. Congratulations, Nell.
Yeah.
And she says she's not talking in it. I did that too at first. I didn't talk. I just used, music over the top because I was afraid to speak.
No, it won't. If you delete it off your phone, which you probably should, unless because your phone will get full really fast, is it won't disappear off your channel.
Nope, the channel's out there. Your phone is here. I delete all my videos as soon as I'm done.
So is your channel Nell Court, or what's your channel?
Yeah, put it in the comments.
Let us know because we'll come follow you. And yes, Becky, you're absolutely right. Vicky does some awesome doodles. She's the one that got me picking up pens and doodling. Not my forte, but she inspires me. So,
not my forte either. I don't have the patience.
The 2020 stencil, yes. I gotta watch that one.
We love the stencil. I have one. I haven't actually used it yet, but Carla did send me one, which was very kind.
I don't know if Carla is still there, but I would like to just put a plug in for Carla, because Carla does this amazing thing where she will actually make a stencil for you at a very reasonable price. Cheaper than I can buy stencils most places, and you can have exactly what you want. So she's and Carla is What If NC. So that's What If North Carolina. And so yes, there's mine.
Yeah, that's a cool one. I like that.
Yeah, that's the Chinese symbol for listen.
Yes, so this is on Carla's site, and Laura is the designer. If anybody's interested, just to let you know, we have friends that have skills.
Vicky has stencils there too as well.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does. So we will be chatting with Carla tomorrow, so they can get in here and talk with her also. So that's cool. Yeah, that's the whole thing about community, is that we get like minds together and look at what we can create.
That's true.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
So
great.
Where are we with the whole?
Hi, Margelle. Or Margelle.
Hey, Margelle.
Hi. How are you? We haven't seen you in a while.
No, we haven't seen you in a while. She had some stuff on her channel that looked nice. I haven't been watching YouTube very much, or really anything. I watch Netflix and eat chocolate.
Sounds like a plan.
I've been doing a lot of that, and my bun's telling me about it too.
We got a lot of chocolate.
No, Vicky, you are the only person that likes the dead people art. You are the only person who likes that. I put out a couple of things a year ago that had kind of their faces had kind of a blue tinge on them. Peggy's and Vicky's been talking about them nonstop ever since.
Well, apparently she likes them.
Apparently, no, she just wants to tease me. That's what she's doing.
Margelle says she's stalking and not commenting. I get it. I watch it on the big screen and I don't always get an opportunity to comment, but I do give the thumbs up. So, you know.
Yeah, that is one thing. I did start watching some on my bigger TV as I was sitting eating chocolate and drinking tea. And you can't comment on TV.
Right.
You can do the thumbs up, but you can't. Why is that? What's mean? What's mean?
Well, not unless you got I don't have a Roku. I think sometimes they have apps that, you know, allow you to do stuff that I don't have all that.
Even if you could comment on TV, the typing of going and selecting each letter,
that's torture.
Really annoying. Really annoying.
Well, it's really torture. That is.
Mm-hmm.
So, Laura.
Yeah.
The next question that everybody's talking about is, you know, what's lighting your fire right now? Now, I know you talked about Robin. Is there anything else going on?
The blackout poetry that did we talk about that before we got on air or after?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm you know, blackout poetry is looking at a page of text. Let me just show one here, and that is, it's just a page of text, and you pick out words from the text.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know how well that shows. You pick out words from the text, and you create something new with a new phrase, a new sentence, a new poem from that page of text.
Have you put any of those in Art Joy Sharing?
No, I haven't. Would you like me to?
I would.
Okay.
I would, you know, so that people can see what you're talking about and, you know, maybe get inspired to do something like that themselves.
Yeah.
Yep.
We
would like you to share everything all the time.
Yeah.
More is more. That's what Seth more is more. If you're Seth Apter says that. More is more.
Yeah, he does.
Good morning, Barb. She almost made it.
Welcome, Marie. She says she's new. Hi, Marie.
Well,
thanks for joining
us. Glad you're here. And Barb got out of bed for this. Oh my God.
She's actually out of bed, or she's just awake. That's the question.
Yeah. Sometimes she actually looks at things in bed.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you have a screen, you might as well.
Yeah.
Get out.
All those West Coasters, they always get to sleep in, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
So we all have our favorite tools, the things that we are go-to kind of stuff. Do you have things that, you know, you always reach for, Laura?
You know, I mean, I think I have probably a fairly standard set of supplies. You know, things that I have that other people might not have. I have an absolutely fantastic decollage ruler that I use all the time. I bought that from a guy on Etsy who burns them, the decollage into the thing, and that is sharp as hell. Did you buy one of those? Those that they're so sharp. I keep them away from the grandchildren. They're so sharp, but I love it. I use it all the time. I bought a set of soluble graphite sticks from Michael's, 75% off, and I would not be without that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would not be without that. It works as well. It's not quite as dark as the Stabilo All, but it gives you a deeper range of color. And
That's
I really like those. You know, which Signo, the white Signo, what you call them?
Uniball. Yeah.
Uniball, yeah. Those you can't be without them. I use a big range of paints from Deco Art dollar store stuff to high end gold and heavy bodies. So I use a big range of stuff. One thing I really like that not everybody has is the PBO iridescence.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those are lovely.
Those are fabulous.
Yes, they are.
Especially with your gel prints, that just adds that shimmer.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm really those are great fun. What do I have? I have a real easel because I do like to work a little. Can you actually see that? Yeah.
Yep.
So I actually do like to work large. There's nothing on this board right now, otherwise I'd turn it and show it. But
you do. I mean, I've seen you work on your paintings, and not everybody feels comfortable on a large surface,
No, I actually did do fine arts in CEGEP, we call it up here. It's a 2-year program right out of high school, and so I did do paintings, and they did want us to work big. So I'm trying to get back there.
Well, you were talking about the different things that you work with. You were talking about watercolor, and you were talking about your paints and things. So what's your favorite medium?
Acrylic paint for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Not that I dislike the other things. I enjoy watercolor, but it's not my collage and acrylic paint together.
A girl after my own heart.
Absolutely.
That's what I love too, collage and acrylic.
Yeah.
I'll do the other stuff. I enjoy it, but that's not my favorite.
That's right. Yeah.
So you should welcome Arlene.
And I have, embossing powders because I watch Peg and I think, oh, that's so exciting. And I use them about 4 or 5 times and then, funny story, because I'm a little dyslexic and, not always as focused as I need to be. I have tried to buy alcohol inks. Third time's a charm. First time I bought ink, and turned out it was acrylic ink. Nothing wrong with that, but
no,
that's great.
Nothing wrong with that.
Was not alcohol ink. And the second time I bought them, I ended up with a set of Lumineers.
Oh yes.
Also acrylic. Yep.
Yeah, they're acrylic, and also not alcohol ink.
And they also are lovely.
Yes,
they're beautiful.
No problem. I finally did purchase some alcohol inks, so I've yet to really play with them well. My first time out was not great, but yeah. So,
Even on your gel plate, they're awesome.
Yeah. I'm getting there. I'm not there yet, though.
Barbara is asking if you've shown some of your new pieces.
I did. I did show this morning's piece. You missed it. Tease her about being.
She was still asleep. She wants to see it now.
She's gonna have to go back and review the video.
Yeah. Yeah.
Her alarm didn't go off.
Yeah.
Or she sneezed it.
I mean, if you're anybody's on Instagram, I've been posting a lot on Instagram. So if you follow me, it's my name, Laura Greggain. And
All one.
oh yeah, I believe so.
Pretty sure I do.
But I don't really know.
Okay.
Actually, no, it's like I think it's two separate words. Laura Greggain, just like you would write it.
Okay.
But yeah, if you're interested in blackout poetry and the things that I'm putting in my journal these days, I've been posting not everything, but lots of stuff from there.
Well, and we're glad you do. I follow Laura. I follow a lot of people, and I get inspired.
There I am.
It's all lower. It's Laura Greggain with 2 G's, all lower, all run together.
Yeah, there's actually 3 G's in that name.
Yeah, 2 G's together.
Yeah, but if you get close, I should be the only one there. You shouldn't have too much trouble finding me.
Yeah,
it's not like I have a name where you're gonna run into 14 different Barbara Clarks.
She has posted the one with the poetry that she showed us on Instagram with the found you call it blackout, I call it found poetry, where you find words. That's what I thought it was called, but obviously I was wrong.
No, I mean I don't know. My son-in-law told me it was called blackout poetry, so he's cooler than I am. So I believe.
But to me, that sounds like you got too drunk and you fell over, and then you wrote poetry. You blacked out, and then you wrote poetry.
That could be fun too. I mean,
too many margaritas, you fell over. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, that's funny.
So, Laura, you have many talents. You have experimented with a lot of different things. I know because I've seen your works. If there was one thing that you could do that you have not done, what would it be? What really interests you that you would like to try?
I have a bunch of branches in the dining room that I picked up because they fell off the neighbor's tree that are somehow in the back of my head. I think these should be covered in material and decorated. But
awesome.
I guess that's like sculpture.
Yeah.
But I haven't got there yet. So, and my husband keeps threatening to throw them away. So I better go do something with it before he does. But yeah,
well, I know that feeling.
Yeah.
My daughter, I had her say, those coat hangers that have the cardboard piece on the bottom.
Yeah.
Because her husband was getting all of his suits and things done, he had all of these hangers that, were just getting tossed. And I said, oh, no, dear. I said, I need all of that because that's art material.
Right.
So I have collected for a number of years all of these things that someday I'm going to make something out of.
I was trying to find this guy on Facebook that I follow. I'm so bad with names, but he makes the most interesting stuff that I think Laura would like. But I can't remember his name, so I'll have to text you later.
Sure.
Well, and that lady that does the thing out in your neck of the woods, Shell, and I can't think of her name. But she's part of that whole Stencil Girl group. She does a lot of those like talisman, or the cloth and the string and the wig binding, and
Gosh, if I could remember people's names, it would be super great.
Well, it's always in the middle of a conversation, right? And then half hour later, it's like, oh yeah, that's who it was.
Yeah. I don't even know how I started being friends with this person on Facebook, this guy, because I'm usually very suspicious when I get a friend request from a guy on Instagram or Facebook, because it's usually some person that I don't even know what they want, but it's not to look at my art.
Spirit sticks. Absolutely, Eileen.
Oh, good idea. Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go.
There you
His
go.
name is Glenn Martin Taylor.
Okay, I gotta write that down.
And he uses sticks a lot. And he uses them in conjunction with pottery and found items. And he's just interesting. Do you follow him, Peg? Glenn Martin?
No, I don't, but I'll have to check it out, but my husband has always been
One of
really
his pieces.
really good about picking up stuff for me. When he goes for
Yeah.
walks, he comes home with the bird feathers and the all that kind of stuff.
That stuff's great.
There's this. Yeah.
What can I ask you again? Glenn or Glenn?
Glenn, Glen.
Yeah.
And then 2 last names, Martin, Martin, and then Taylor, Taylor. And he has a website, glennmartintaylor.com. He's on Instagram at Glenn Martin Taylor. And I'm friends with him, although I don't know how that happened.
Yeah,
I is really interesting.
On Instagram from extraordinarily handsome men, and I'm thinking, what?
All the time.
That's
all
not
the time. And they'll even message me and say, "Hi, beautiful." Like,
yeah.
Oh, come on, seriously?
Oh, baby. No, not happening.
Oh.
No.
Oh, Margelle says she follows him on Facebook too.
Oh, cool.
He's interesting, very interesting. He often has like little really, really quick illustrations that have like a saying or something. And then he also has this pottery / sculpture pieces with lots of like rusty stuff, or like this one I just showed, it has baby shoes on it. Little baby shoes, old baby shoes, like weathered old baby shoes, along with pottery and sticks. Like, very creative, interesting guy.
Interesting. Okay. Thank you.
So, Laura, do you want to tell people where they can find you? I know you said you're on Instagram. I know you're in Art Joy of Sharing.
Yeah.
I know you have.
In Art Joy of Sharing, I use I opened another Facebook page, and I'm still not convinced I want to keep it, but right now I'm on Art Joy of Sharing as Laura's Art. LAURA art, capital ART apostrophe S.
I need to do that too. Make a page that's separate, although I don't ever post anything.
Yeah, which is why you guys see bits and pieces sometimes, and sometimes you see me. Because I have separated my personal Facebook from my art.
Yeah. I'm trying to do that, but it's a pain because I set it up as a business account. Do you guys did you do that, Peg?
No, it's just a page.
Okay. I think that's the problem. They keep asking me for things and they want me to do stuff, and it's not easy.
I think you can change it.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to see if I can delete it and restart it or something.
Hi, Chris from the UK. We're glad you're here.
Yes, hello. I recognize your name as someone who's commented on my videos, so thank you.
Hi, Chris.
Headless violin.
So now we're really international because I'm a Canadian.
Got them from all over the place.
Yeah, weirdos everywhere.
Weirdos unite.
And it all starts right here. Oh, well, this has been fun. I've really enjoyed having a face-to-face chat with you ladies. We're always so grateful for our audience for showing up and supporting us.
Yes.
So thanks for being here and hanging out with us. I want to remind you to take care of yourselves and others and to be kind. and be smart and safe.
If you haven't already, please join Art Joy of Sharing, and please share anything that you make, even if you think it sucks.
Because we know it doesn't suck.
It doesn't suck.
Yeah. It's about a sharing community. It's not about making perfect things. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we are just glad when people share and inspire one another. And that's why we do what we do. So anyway, I'm so grateful for you all. And Laura,
thank you very much for inviting me. It was wonderful. I had a good time.
I'm going to be looking for that poetry. Okay.
You bet.
All right. Thanks, ladies.
Oh, come back tomorrow because we're going to be talking with Carla.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, sometime.
Yeah.
We'll see you then.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.